Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Ellington and here we are with another awesome battle replay. But guess what? Today we don't have Total War Rome 2 for you. What we've got is Napoleon Total War. Been trying to get some games in this game. I haven't played it in a long time, and I really enjoy it. It's a ton of fun. So we were finally able to get some games in, and this one turned out to be a dandy. We have a 3v3 on the settlement of Salamanca province. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into some factions and players. So first off here, as the Prussians, we have got myself. Then right next to me, we have got Russia being commanded by Liquid Junk. And then finally, as the Ottomans, we have got Silent Fart. Now on the other side of this awesome map, on the other side of this valley and ridge, we have got Austria, and Austria is being commanded by Pozgwin. Then in the middle, going towards the city, we have the Empire of Great Britain being commanded by Billy Blazes. Then finally on the other side here, we have got France being commanded by Beastmaster. I really like this settlement, to be honest with you. You know, it's very cool. You have hills on both sides, so it's not like one person gets something that somebody else doesn't. And then on the center here, we have got this cool little city right in the center of the map, where these two armies are basically going to duke it out. But yeah, like I said, on these sides, on either side of the city, you've got this cool little valley down the center with a ridge or hill on either side of it that each side is actually going to get a chance to get into. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this off. We'll go ahead and get started. As you can see over on my side, I am just rushing pell-mell up to the top of this hill. I want to get my cannons on this hill, set up with range on that opposite hill as soon as I possibly can. I've got the 6-pounder horse artillery, so that's going to be real helpful. It helps me get up there really quick. The downside for the French over here, their artillery is all just, standard foot artillery. So it means it's going to take him a little bit longer to get up there, which is going to give me plenty of time to get my cannons set up in a place that I want them to be. As well as I've got some 8th Life Regiment, some Musketeers, a lot of Musketeers, and then some Foot Guards coming up. Getting ready to kind of set up a little bit of defensive position. Now in the center here, we have Liquid. He's got his Unicorn, 20-pounder Unicorn, already set up, getting ready to fire. And I believe it hits the tree and bounces back on him. But as you can see, he is rushing his army into the city, getting ready to get into the streets. But as you know, when you look at it, Great Britain is already getting in here. He's got some foot. Then he's got, I believe, another foot unit inside of this building. Then over this way we've got, Britain brought a lot of foot. Now he's got some fencibles over here. And then his light dragoons as well. Now on the far side here, the Ottomans are up onto the top of their hill now. We've got a lot of cavalry here helping kind of solidify their hold on the hill. Then the Austrians over here have also kind of set up. Got Jaegers, Hungarian Fusiliers, some Dragoons, Emperor's Own. I think he has a howitzer. Yep, he's got a howitzer. Now the British got light Dragoons sitting here. Now my troops are all set up along this crest, and as you can see, we've got some artillery fire going in. So my goal here, for the first couple shots, I wanted to get into some of this infantry if I could. You know, it's nice and just sitting right here. We got some Swiss foot from the French, Polish Legion. Then over this way, we've got some Cav probing over this direction. Some Lancers and more Lancers. Now on my side, I've got my 2 Cav units. I've got 2 Lancer units. I've got some Musketeers right here. My Gen is in the back. So yeah, really just trying to start this bombardment, get as many shots in as I can before he gets his own artillery set up. Look at that. Oh gosh, this game is so awesome. As you can see, 9 kills on this one. Lost 4 over here. Oh, bounced up and rebounded. Now what I was really waiting for is I needed these guys to get to a spot where I could kind of see them and be able to hit them. Because then I wanted to lay down as much firepower onto his cannons as I possibly could and maybe hope to take some out. Gosh, this is so awesome. Just the shots flying in. Now in the city, we've got some line battles going. Got a full musketeer line. I mean, he's very drawn out, so he's going to should be getting a lot of firepower in here. Now howitzers coming in and supporting. Man, this guy's down 89 out of 160. Now he's running away, getting out of there. Rifles getting some shots in on the musketeers in the back. The Fencibles probably will come back, maybe. Got some foot just running away from some musketeers and Sipai cavalry. Then we have a square formation of Coldstream guards here. Good idea with the cav coming in, but the downside is going to be the musketeers getting in here. Love the flag standing in the center. Fighting off this musketeer if they can. Coldstream guards a really good unit. More musketeers coming this way. Then the flank is being held here by, looks like 3 musketeer units, a Russian Jaeger, and some cavalry from the Ottomans. Now on my side, what really kind of transpires for the most part on my side is a very, very heavy bombardment phase. Me and Beastmaster really just kind of duke it out with our artillery for the most part here. Liquid does send over his 6-pounder foot artillery. He's going to assist me in trying to take out some of their cannons. You can see I am just trying to barrage that hill with everything I've got. Right now, there's really no necessity for me to move forward. I don't really need to go anywhere. You know, Russia here is into the settlement. He's fighting over this building here. Now, looks like he is winning that. But he's got his musketeers in a nice drawn-out formation to be able to get some good shots. That is one nice thing. Now, the downside is that he is getting kind of a split fire. He's getting shot from over here and shot from over here, so his musketeers did just break. He does also have some Russian Jaegers providing some support. Then here we're getting some side shots from this musketeer unit. More artillery coming in on this hilltop, trying to get these crews to get the cannons or something. Got the 12-pounder foot artillery, and then artillery à pied. I don't know how to say that. Oh! Now, he eventually... He ends up getting a couple of my guns. Doesn't look like he's gotten any yet. Now, same thing over here. The Ottomans are really... They don't really need to go anywhere. They can kind of sit here and barrage this hill. Same thing with Austria. They can just kind of sit here and look at each other. In reality, this battle, in a lot of ways, is coming down to right here. If the center can be won, then we can start kind of separating and concentrating on other places. Now, his artillery for Britain is actually coming into the settlement. I wonder if he's going to try and set up in this street and shoot down that towards the Russian Jaegers there. Could be a possibility, but he's got to be careful because I think he is losing this house. Well, no, it's got to be the other way around. So Britain is winning this house, looks like. Now the musketeers shooting into some foot shooting right back at him. Howitzer coming in. Look at all the dead bodies here. Just everywhere, you know, British, Russians. This death and destruction kind of spread out all over the place. A lot of British cav here is dead. Yeah, so he's going to move his Coldstream guards out of the way and set up his cannons looking right down this road. There's a lot of stuff he can hit right down in that straight area. Look at that. One nice shot. He's got a huge amount of kills there. Now Liquid's got his 6-pounder foot artillery set up. He's going to help me hit this hill. His howitzer I believe, is still shooting into the city, getting shots and supporting his troops there. Now, I don't think the cannons here have shot yet. But he gets some great kills there if he can get it. Let's see if we can watch a good shot here. It's going to shoot off to the edge. If it were to go straight down the street there, dude, he would get so many kills. And he's a little out of range of grape shot, if I remember correctly. Still got a nice kind of duel here between the Russian Jaegers and the foot for Britain. Then we got another foot unit here. On this side, still just a lot of shelling. We have some artillery from howitzers coming in on the 18-pounder artillery from the Ottomans. The Ottoman skirmisher units up this way. Getting some really nice shots in on the Landwehr and Jaegers. So nice little skirmish phase. Jaegers pushing up. Gonna start trying to duke it out with these Ottomans. These guys are already shooting. Artillery just crisscrossing the battlefield. Now we got some Ottomans coming in over here to support Russia. Got the Janissaries coming in on the foot. Then on the inside, we still have a foot unit there. Coldstream Guards here. Then a foot unit pushing in. I think he's going after the Russian Jaegers. Or he looks like he's just setting up. Getting more shots on him, though. Got to be careful. Got musketeers here. Then back here, got a lot of musketeers. Lifeguard foot. Now, I believe the French, we missed it, but I believe the French did attempt to send a cav unit at my cannons here. You can see he has taken out 2 here, and yep, just the 2. Completely wiped those units, the cav, like the horses and everything. Yep, there's the cav. He's lost 17? It's like a little bit of damage. Nice thing is that I do have my cavalry here ready to, basically, counter off his cavalry if need be. Then I also have the infantry in support of it. Musketeers and 8th Life Regiment. A lot of foot guard and stuff back here. Just ready to move forward when need be. Just an epic bombardment phase here. Now, we did finally end up destroying it. Oh my gosh, the howitzer. A couple of these cannons from the 12-pounder foot artillery, but the downside is his other artillery is actually hidden in this forest, and we can't quite see it to attack it. So we're trying to basically focus down the 12-pounder. Now, it looks like the 12-pounder is actually focusing down on liquid 6-pounder artillery. Oh, howitzer shot coming in. Oh! See the shots coming out of the artillery that's hidden here. British cav going to support some infantry, fighting some musketeers from Russia. Just light dragoons going in, trying to keep that from breaking. Might be able to break the musketeer, though. Yep, routing musketeer. Over here, Russia, or the Ottomans, are taking the house here. Got Janissaries. It looks like 1 unit of Janissaries down there. So it looks like we are actually taking control of the city at this point. Great Britain doesn't look to have too much left. He's got some Fencibles, his light dragoons. The French are pretty much still, over on this hill, not doing too much at the moment. Now, he did get his cavalry over, and he took out liquid 6-pounder artillery. That was really painful for us. That we really needed that unit, so he's going to keep going, and he's going after some Russian Jaegers. Now, in the house here, we do have some Moscow musketeers that are shooting into the cavalry as it goes, and then I've got my own cavalry moving this way to help finish it off. But yeah, so liquid 6-pounder artillery is gone. On this side, it looks like he is down to 1 cannon on the 12-pounder, but we really don't have any idea what the what this cannon looks like. I would assume it's probably pretty much full health. Now, France, I believe, sends, at some point, I believe France sends some units over to the center to assist. I'm not sure if it's the National Guard and the Grenadiers of the Line. Got the Light Dragoons still kind of sitting here for now, but yeah, I mean, it looks like majority of the city is pretty much in our full control. Great Britain is still fighting hard for this house here, but he's going after 2 units of Janissaries with some Russian Jaeger support. Look at the artillery fire, the howitzers from both sides laying into each other. He's got a 7-pounder howitzer, and I believe Austria has a 5-pounder. Now, Dragoons went into the Kedet infantry here. I don't believe they can go square formation, so that's a good move. Austrian infantry right here behind him, ready to support. But really, it's just the 1 unit. He does have a Jaeger unit here to support as well, but that unit is pretty much by itself. Great Britain is pretty much expelled from the city now. Russia and a little bit of the Ottoman troops have now pretty much fully taken control of the city. Then over here, my cav is engaging the French cavalry with some 8th Light Regiment coming to assist. It's at 35 or 33 out of 60. My cav is at 40 out of 60. 2 musketeer units here supporting. Now the downside here, I do still have 2 cannons left, but all of my horses are gone. So this cannon right here is pretty much stuck. You can no longer, I won't be able to move it around the settlement anymore to assist. But here, I do still have the other 6-pounder with it's all 4 cannons and all 4 teams. Now, my cav did over-pursue a little bit here, 34 out of 60, 26 out of 60. Something that has been really tough to kind of get used to is when you give your units a movement order in this game, they don't automatically run. So sometimes when you give them an order to go somewhere, they start just kind of trudging along. And so you have to remember to give them the order to run, not walk. And it was getting really frustrating. And I know most of the people in this game are actually pretty new to this game, including myself. I have only played probably 30 hours on this. Billy here, this is like his 2nd game ever, I think. Beastmaster, I think this is I think he's played before, but I don't think it's like he's by no means like a super experienced player. So if I remember correctly, the 2 most experienced are Posgwin and Silent. I know Silent's pretty good, and Posgwin is as well. Great Britain at this point should probably just give up on the city. At this point, really, you're just kind of losing units, including foot guards, Connaught Rangers, Coldstream Guards. I would kind of, there's just too much there for you to take. You're not going to retake the city with this little bit that you have left. Light Dragoons still sitting here. Swiss Foot, Polish Legion, the Brave, Fusiliers of Line. I still got my Lancers hidden here. Then we've got some 8th Life Regiment, Musketeers, and the artillery barrage just continues. The 2 cannons duking it out still. The howitzer coming in and helping. Over on this side, the Ottomans are actually starting to advance a little bit. So on this far right side, got a lot of his, looks like some peasant levy, Kedet infantry, and some rifles over this way, starting to push on the left flank of the Austrians. Now the Austrians, we've got Jaegers, Hungarian Fusiliers, Archduke Charles Legion and some Jaegers up on the hill. Getting some nice shots there. You know, the Jaegers are able to shoot over the heads of the infantry down below. But on this side, not too much happening. I don't think Austria wants to extend onto the Ottomans because of this over here. If he extends this way, then this might be able to turn in and wrap him up as the Austrians keep him pinned. And then I think in the end, the biggest question is going to finally be, what happens with France? Is France able to defeat myself, or does France lose or retreat? One of, you know, those are kind of the options. Now, infantry moving up, Polish Legion moving up on some of my Lancers here. Same thing with his Lancer cavalry. Oh, really big shot into my Lancers. That was painful. Might lose that unit. It's a gutsy move, sending those 2 units forward. Because I've got quite a bit of infantry here. I haven't really used any of my infantry, so at this point, these 2 units are kind of all by themselves. There we go. Now the artillery is seen again. The smoke down in the valley. Shots firing off from either side. Cavalry moving. Lancers are going to try and get into my... Oh! I stopped him. Shattered. Whew. Tell you what, that'll make you sweat. Alright, Fencibles just broke here. And now here we've got Foot Guards and the Connaught Rangers with Coldstream Guards trying to hold this little gap. Once again, I honestly just think that Britain probably at this point should have just retreated these units to the hill. Back here, you guys still have some rifles. His general is... I thought... Maybe his general is dead? No, his general is back here. Okay. General staff, 24 out of 24 still. Then over here we've got Marshal Ney. Now I am starting to form up my infantry. I've got my infantry formed on the hill, basically down below the cannons here, with my Schützen down in front. Because at this point I am starting to basically get ready to push onto the French hill. Over here you can see some more musketeers moving to the left flank. I've got my other Lancer unit over here as well. But yeah, pretty much all of my infantry is now on the forefront of my hill, getting ready to make the push. And over this way, still have a little bit going on here. Some light dragoons that dismounted. Interesting. In square formation, we got some musketeers. Then we've got a couple of French units, the National Guard, and then the 6th Regiment. Then here we've got the Pavlograd Hussars? Pavlograd? I'm not sure how to say that. In the house here, we still have some musketeers. And then it looks like some Austrian cavalry just kind of charged into this street here, and they're trying to get into the Russian Jaegers. Cannon fire is still going in. Musketeers helping out against the French here. Another French unit, Swiss Foot, coming in, going to help kind of deal with this issue. Light Dragoons are about to go down. Oh, but man, the Hussars there. Just dropping like flies. Got Russian Jaegers here to help, though. But, I mean, really, Russia really doesn't have much here. We've got the Musketeers and Russian Jaegers, but 3 units of infantry here, as well as that Light Dragoon that just mounted up and trying to get the hell out of there. All right, now on my side, I am advancing across the valley. Gonna walk through the teeth of the muskets here from France. So I believe at this point I start trying to have my artillery refocus onto the infantry line from France. I'm not as worried with the artillery at this point. You know, I feel like we've kind of grasped the initiative, so at this point I'm more worried about damaging their front line so that my infantry can get in there. And the Schutzen doing a really good job shooting into the Swiss foot. Over here, the howitzers shooting into the Swiss foot and the 6th Regiment from France. Now, Russian musketeers getting into the National Guard. Looks like they came around this way and got into the back of the National Guard, which is going to force them into a crossfire between the Russian Jaegers. So they just broke. These Jaegers don't look like they're going to last much longer, though. Great Britain still has stuff left here. Connaught Rangers and then rifles and 2 units of rifles there. Then some Landwehr backing them up from Austria. Looks like the Ottomans kind of fell back towards their hill a little bit here. You could see a lot of death along these lines. Look at that. All the dead bodies strewn across the battlefield. Same thing here. Now, they did end up breaking the lifeguard there, but we got some Hungarian grenadiers going in as well, so they were able to bust through that. But right there, some Russian Jaegers sitting there shooting into the grenadiers. Love the smoke. Oh, the artillery fire, man. Polish Legion kind of fell back. Looks like the Swiss Guard is pretty much gone. I pulled my my Schutzen off, and they're going to go all the way over here to the left flank to support a push over here. Especially because there's a Swiss foot and a Polish Legion coming over, going to start pushing onto the musketeers I've got here. My cavalry is over this way as well. Oh, the artillery, the howitzer just raining hell on them. Just an epic line fight here. An epic line fight. Now right here we're about to have a fight between the musketeers and the Swiss foot. Look at that, guys. Now you can see from the map up here, my line is here. You can see we basically have full control of the city here, and then the Ottomans' line is here. But France is taking a big push. Austria is basically just having to hold on for dear life, and Britain's pretty much gone at this point. The Swiss foot are breaking. They're routing off the battlefield. My Lancers coming in behind the lines. Gonna go after that artillery. If we can shut the artillery down, I can make a full push onto this hill. France doing a good job. He's turning his Polish Legion around and starting to come back and support the artillery, and he's moving the artillery away. Trying to get it out if he can. Same thing here, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get that one. Yeah, pulled off there just because I saw the Polish Legion coming in. Now, Austria actually was able to reclaim part of the city here. You know, Russia and the Ottomans don't have a whole lot left. You know, Russia, he's got some musketeers, Russian Jaegers, and then we have some Keded infantry. Now we've got some Landwehr coming in. Keded infantry are actually going to move out of the... Oh, the nice shot there from the Jaegers back in the back. Going to advance down the street. Right into the mouth of the muskets there from Russia. The Ottomans sending some Hungarian grenadiers, going to take out these musketeers. Light dragoons from Great Britain moving this way, getting taken. It looks like they're getting some shots from the overshoots from the Swiss foot here. Oh, howitzers. France is actually advancing a little bit down this hill. So it looks like I am going to get the volleys on him, because he's moving his 6th Regiment down right into these foot guards. They're getting hit here from musketeers and foot guards. Gonna charge right in. And then the musketeers going in as well. Now musketeers over here duking it out with this small unit of Swiss foot.
Now they must break.
The French general is dead. He engaged my lancers over this way. Now something to know, the general units in this game are not very good. So they will pretty much die to anything. I mean, he did what he had to do in trying to take out the lancers, but unfortunately it just didn't work. Big push over here. Got my Schutzen coming over. Then the 2 units of musketeers going to start pushing into the flank of France here. Still an awesome line battle going on. Foot guards, chasseurs, some musketeers, another musketeer unit. We broke a Swiss foot over here. Still got a Hungarian grenadier. Now here the Cadet infantry came in and just destroyed the Landwehr. So once again, it looks like, I mean, right now the city doesn't really have anyone in control of it. Oh, the howitzers. They're just so epic when they come flying in like that. Those exploding rounds. Got a grenadier, the line unit came down. Oh, there's the grenades. Well, survived it. That's the main thing. Now doing pretty much 3 units firing into that grenadier now. Now 2 of them going to go in. Foot guards, 8th Life Regiment going to go straight in. But the musketeers going to keep firing. At this point, honestly, if I really wanted to, I probably could have just charged in and taken a lot of this. Light dragoons moving in from my right flank. Musketeers! Square! Just in time to get it up. The Light Dragoons did not like that, and they are now shattered, gone from the battlefield. Now we push back the Grenadiers of the line, and this is when the full break happens. My infantry has full reign to go onto this hill and just capture it for our own. The Ottomans still just kind of staring down the Austrians, just like, hey, you come at me. No, you come at me. Yeah, really not much happening here. Rifles kind of taking some pot shots, but look at this city, guys. Just the death and destruction that was wrought in the streets of this city. So many dead. So many lives lost. Look at this guy. He's just kind of like, well, I don't suppose I know where to go now. My entire unit's dead, so I'm gonna stand here. That's a lot of British right there. There's something charging. Oh, okay. Cadet infantry going after the rifles. Hungarian grenadiers don't look like they're gonna make it very far. As you can see, France is pretty much out of stuff. This Chasseurs, he's got his 1 unit of 18th Regiment. His 12-pounder foot artillery is gone. So the hill is pretty much officially mine at this point. So now it's basically going to come into the, continuing the advance into the back flank of Austria. We're going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit here. Cadet infantry are going to try and finish off the grenadiers. Artillery fire is still just being exchanged between those two. Oh, the grenades. Oh, he bounced off the hill or the house. It's shattered. That's funny. Alright, so this entire side should be pretty much done. As you can see, my infantry is now advancing.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
My artillery, once again, this one here, unfortunately, is pretty much stuck where it's at. Can't really do much. So I'm moving the one that I can move, I am moving over this direction to help get set up and start barraging this hill. Looks like I'm down to 3 cannons on that. No, there's 4. It's 4. Right? Yeah, I've got all 4, I'm pretty sure. So what we said, the Ottomans have this pretty much locked down. So we said, you know what? I'm gonna attack the back of this hill. France is sending up Swiss foot and his last 2 units, pretty much. Now, I believe... Okay, so yeah, I am down to 3 cannons. And they should start barraging the hill. Now France, he's gonna, Beastmaster, he's gonna put up a fight. He's only got the 2 units, but he said, you know what, you want to get through? Oh, the Porchester is not going to last long. Tiny unit there. But, I mean, the Swiss foot are getting some kills while that's happening. And now the mass amount of fire are going to go into that Swiss foot. Oh, and he's just dropping. He's broken now. Now, Austria does have some. He's got his 47th Czech Regiment and Hungarian Fusiliers kind of set up on this hill to try and ward me off. But, I mean, even Austria really does not have much left.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Alright, got a unit that's now out of ammo. Luckily, artillery has unlimited ammo. Oh, see that puff of dirt there? Not sure why these guys didn't fire. There we go. Alright. 2 musketeer units engaging the 47th Czech Regiment. Then right behind that we got 1st Regiment, the Emperor's Own. Jaegers here. Landwehr. More Jaegers. His 6-pounder foot artillery. Then he has a small Dragoon unit over there. He has turned his howitzer on me. Luckily, that howitzer doesn't have to have a clean line of sight. Oh, he needs to be careful. Careful. That's why you need to be careful. Kind of stopped firing at this point, basically because of this hill. What I'm going to do here in a moment, I'm going to take my infantry. I'm actually going to come off on this side and push up this hill onto the flank of the unit there. And all that while, my artillery is just going to keep shelling these units. Oh, man. Yeah, there we go. Now moving off to the flank. British general's still alive. Also still has... Oh, that's his howitzer that's shelling me. Something like that. And thankfully, the Ottomans... Thankfully, he still has his artillery shelling them as well. Otherwise, it'd be a little bit tougher nut to crack. Oh... Just rebounding. There was a good hit. There we go. A lot of them, that one just boom, up and over. Ooh, that hurts. Fusiliers getting into the Schützen. Now, the Ottomans are starting to advance a little bit. Got some Kedded infantry actually moving forward, and then some Russian Jaegers. Oh, there was a nice hit from the artillery. That hurt. And some Kedded rifles over here. Kedded infantry, some peasant levy. So he's going to make his assault onto this front of the hill as I approach to the back of the hill. Just felt that on this side here, I had a little bit better angle than on this side. From here, I did not have a good angle on these troops. So I'm moving over this way and should have a better shot on his line. Fire! There we go. Watch those white uniforms fall. Oh. Man, I wish this is one game I really, if I could get a new Total War that, even if they were just doing, Medieval 1, then Medieval 2, Napoleon 2, and make it a proper game, not an expansion to a game. Dude, I'd be so excited for that. My one concern would be that I'd be afraid they'd try to make some goofy mechanic where, Napoleon duels Wellington or some crap like that. I just want to see epic line battles with awesome artillery, stuff like this. Just could you imagine with the better graphics and, updated engine, things like that? Gosh, it could be. I would love to see it. Ooh, the canister shot going in on the Kedded infantry. But Landwehr running away, broken. Oh, nice shot. See, they do this weird thing where they shoot to the edges of the unit for some weird reason. It's apparently just something to do with the game. So unfortunately that can be really annoying. Because, if that hit center, if that grape shot hit center mass, would have done a heck of a lot more kills. Alright, making the assault on the hill. First regiment going up against 2 units of musketeers. Then more moving up on this. Hungarian Fusiliers have broke. The Austrian general going in. The British general just still sitting there. Howitzers aren't doing much right now. Then, Austria still has a Dragoon unit as well. But now the final full assault on the hill is underway. Foot guards, musketeers. Oh! Alright, the British general going in. Oh, but the square formation from the Ketted infantry.
We have killed their general, sir.
And the British general
Now they must
is
obey.
dead and shattered. And that's GG. That is it. All right. So for the kills, for myself with 1,620 kills, statistic-wise, the artillery really did not do much. 45 and 42. 123, 123, 169, 116, and 101. 137 on Musketeer, 117 again, 152 on a Schutzen. Another Schutzen with 142. Liquid. I guess it doesn't. I thought it would show. Okay. Oh, for Liquid with 1,387 kills. Silent Fire with 1,592. Then Beastmaster with 950. Billy Blazes with 1,773. And Posgwin with 1,388. Now, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. This was a awesome, fun battle to play, and we had an absolute blast with it. I do plan on putting out some more Napoleon videos here in the future. I think it's a great game. I've been wanting to get some videos up on the channel for a while. It's just been kind of tough getting some replays and getting, you know, some games in. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys did, go down to the comment section, let me know what you thought, and hope to see you guys next time.